Good morning, everyone. This is Brian Cheney, and this is Charlotte. And I am the guest host. Is that what I am?
Yeah,
guest host today on Charlotte Soul.
Soul Connections.
Soul Connections. And we are broadcasting live from the Antrim 1844 Inn in Tawnytown, Maryland.
Right.
And you can see this is a beautiful place here. We're in some kind of like meeting room here. It's really beautiful, really great place to stay. We've discovered this place, I don't know, several months ago, and we come up here for like a quick vacation. So we had no kids over Thanksgiving because, as you know, we have ex-spouses and we have to trade off each year. So our ex-spouses had them yesterday, and we get them hopefully on Saturday. And
That's tomorrow.
And exactly, it's tomorrow. And we have a bunch of millennials. So if you have millennials, you send out text messages to all of them. In our case, 8, and often you don't get much of a response back or any, and so we hope that they all show up. So part of what we wanted to talk about this morning was holidays can be a great time for a lot of good times, a lot of love, a lot of family, and but they can also be kind of a downer too, because of two things. And one thing is expectations, because excuse me. So we go into the holidays with expectations very high. With a lot of great things,
like
but
what?
Like all the kids showing up on time, with everybody getting along, with having friends over, talking about good times, and things like that. And then sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes subjects come up that maybe you don't really want to deal with, or maybe there's some hurt in your family, or maybe you have a wayward child or something like that. Or you have some issues with your mom or dad, or or you can't make it to where you want to go. And then, so expectations is one thing. And then the other thing, too, are wounds. So as much as a holiday like Christmas or Thanksgiving should be a time when you celebrate, it's also a time, often like even we don't know what's going through our kids, because they're thinking back to the times of when we were together, and the good times, and there were some good times when we were married to our ex-spouses, and they're thinking about the times that they used to have, and so we don't know really what kind of wounds, the scabs on wounds, are being ripped off at this time as well. So it can be hard for, as much as we want it to be a great fun time, it can be hard when you start thinking about, I think about my mom who passed away in 2001, and how she used to cook at Thanksgiving, and the great things that she did at Christmas, and she'd sing in the choir with my dad, and they had this cantata and all that kind of stuff. So it can be a bittersweet time, and that's okay. And I think the point is that it's okay, and try to love these people where they're at. They may not be, your expectations may be really high, but can you love them down at this lower level? You probably can if you try really hard. Try to love them, that if our kids just show up on Saturday and they're all there, we're going to be happy as a clam, and it won't be perfect, but it's going to be awesome, and so if they just all show up, you're going to see this lady here smiling from ear to ear on Saturday. So it's going to be fun.
I think what you're saying is one of the ways to handle the emotional highs and lows of the holidays is to have realistic expectations.
Exactly.
And so not to just have this just vision of everybody coming and properly sitting and just whatever holidays are like to you, but just more of a realistic,
using the manners.
Yeah, more of a realistic expectation. And I know for us, we have 8 kids, and they're not at a point in life where they can really commit and say, yeah, I'll be there, or you can count on me. It's more like, well, I didn't answer because I'm going to be there, and so we like.
Or the other thing too is when it's all done and they leave on Saturday to go back to school, if every last one of them doesn't thank you exactly the way that you thought they should, or if they don't give you a hug because they're on the way out to the car or something like that, it doesn't mean they didn't appreciate it. Maybe they just are having trouble communicating that, and they probably really, really do. And if they don't, they'll appreciate it once they get back to school and they start eating the school food again. So.
Right. So anyway, our message to you all this morning is keep your expectations realistic, so that you don't have this just euphoric idea of, and Thanksgiving for everybody else is mainly over. Ours is starting tomorrow, but if you just have a kind of a realistic expectation of what it is, and then hopefully you'll have more gratitude for what's there. We were talking this morning, if we have 3 of the 8 kids tomorrow, we're going to be thankful for that and not disappointed we didn't have everybody, because it's going to be very hard. We have a big family, and throughout our lives it's going to be very hard to have everybody, especially once they start getting married and having kids. So Anyway, we hope you're having a wonderful holiday. And next week or sometime, I'm going to share with you. I've been talking a lot about my eating, and I just want to share with you how that went over Thanksgiving and the mindful eating. And it was really different and very good and very healing. So I look forward to sharing that with you. So, Charlotte's Soul at charlottesoul.com, and this is my my new husband, Brian.
1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. 1 year anniversary celebrating.
Take care.
Bye-bye.